Gotta keep your hands down. Girls, you gotta cover these side throw-ins. Outside! 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 Samantha! Turn and go! Keep to the middle. Casey, keep to the middle, honey. Keep to the middle. Don't let him get inside. There you go. Get in front of him. There you go, Casey.
My name is Devin Doherty. I'm 10 years old. I love to read and play soccer. And I have cystic fibrosis.
Devin was diagnosed by means of a sweat test when she was 15 months old. Her parents became concerned when their toddler could not gain weight despite her healthy appetite. People with cystic fibrosis have high levels of sodium chloride in their sweat. The sweat test measures those levels. Devin's parents explained cystic fibrosis.
It's a genetic disease that both parents have to contribute a bad gene. It causes mostly lung problems and digestive problems. And the lung problems are really is what can be fatal if they're not taken care of.
Devin's morning begins differently than most children. Her mother, Lori, explains.
It starts out, we get up at 6:30 in the morning. Devin gets on her vest. Her vest is with the machine. We put her on the vest, which takes a half hour, 10-minute intervals. While she's on the vest, she gets her medications, her daily medications. She does one nebulizer in the morning, which is saline. She does the saline while she's doing her vest. And then after that, after her vest, which in 30 minutes is up, she has 3 inhalers.
Cystic fibrosis is a disease of the exocrine glands, that is the disease of glands that have ducts. So anything that secretes mucus, that mucus becomes very thick and sticky in people who have CF. So the products that would come out of those glands are obstructed and can't leave the glands. So the systems that are affected would be respiratory system and the GI system in the bodies.
Digestive tract doesn't let the body's enzymes break down, so it causes a lot of digestive problems, which Devin has more digestive problems where her body doesn't, break down them fats and proteins, and she has a lot of the GI problems.
Last February, while admitted in Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, Devin had a feeding tube put in to help her gain weight.
Sometimes, despite their best efforts to eat as many calories as they have to during the day, they're just unable to take in enough to grow. They can sometimes maintain their weight, but they just cannot grow enough. So for that reason, we have to provide extra calories. So the way to do that is to have a feeding tube, and then during the night to provide feedings through that tube to give those extra calories. And then during the day, they eat their regular meals.
It's common with some kids, not all kids with CF do have a feeding tube, but because Devin has struggled with her weight gain, they felt that a feeding tube would be a good supplemental source of nutrition for her.
We tried everything and it wasn't working, and it turned out to be the best.
Yeah, I feel it was the best decision that we made.
No.
Trying to eat enough when you're full is very, very hard, and you can only eat so much. And then meal times, instead of being social, become very tense. And it's hard to eat when you're tense. So there's this constant pressure on the parents, the constant pressure on the children. And whenever there's any kind of pressure, then there's disruption around other routines. You're always looking to see, did they eat this, did they eat that, and how am I going to tell them to eat without pressuring them? And without realizing it, it's this huge burden. And so by taking that burden away and allowing them to get the calories, life becomes normalized again, and eating becomes fun because you don't have to bug your kid to eat anymore, and the pressure goes away. Mealtime can become a social time, and it normalizes the parent-child relationship.
She was able to realize what it all entailed, and we sat down, we talked to her, and she understood it, and she was fine with it.
She was better with it than we were.
There you go.
With my brother, either we go out on the trampoline or we play PlayStation or something. Awesome. Didn't even mean to do it. My sister's in college at Gwinnett Mercy. Sometimes we'll go to Taco Bell. Sometimes we'll just watch TV. My favorite part of the day in school is math and any time that has to do with academic.
Next thing is Devin has to take her medications. What she takes is Creon 10, which is her enzymes. That helps break down her fats and proteins in her body. Her feedings have fat. Her tube feedings have fat. So because they have the fat, her body has to break down, so the enzymes helps her body break down the fat. So she has to take the enzymes, and also the vitamins have fat. So anything that has fat, she has to take enzymes. Now, when she comes off her feeding, she takes 6 pills. When she has a snack, she takes 3. Breakfast, she takes 4. Lunch, she takes 5. Dinner, she takes 6. She takes A-Dec vitamin. Okay, the A-Dec she takes half at breakfast and half at lunch. And then she takes Bactrim, which is an antibiotic, which keeps any infection out. That's on a regular basis. She takes that twice a day. So she takes that in the morning. She takes milk and magnesium, 2 tablets, 2 in the morning and 2 at bedtime. So she'll take 2 of them because Devin has a lot of GI problems. She has a lot of stomach problems, sour stomach, a lot of bowel problems. She also takes in the morning Zantac. She'll take 1 tablet in the morning. She takes Reglan, which she takes 4 times a day. That's one of her medicines she takes in the morning. Reglan helps empty her stomach out. Devin's stomach doesn't empty out on its own. That just gives her a little boost to, empty her stomach out. She takes a vitamin K 2 times a week. She takes that Thursdays and Sundays. Also in the morning, she takes Caltrate. Devin has a problem with her bones being very thin and brittle, so she takes 600 milligrams of Caltrate a day. She takes 2 tablets in the morning of that. She takes iron. Because of her recent hospitalization in February, Devin had internal bleeding, so she lost a lot of blood. So she's been on iron tablets, and she takes them 4 times a day.
Devin has an energy, a spark, a spunk. I always think of Pippi Longstocking when I see Devin. She has such a sparkle, and there's no way this child is ever going to be defeated by anything, let alone CF. She's going to overcome any obstacle. She has it in her to do that. I really look forward to visits with her.